Hey guys, back on the 100. I got the DC plastic side plate here to cover this mess. I've drilled a hole, lined it up. I put a new grommet in, 2 new grommets, and here's the third one. It's gonna have a bolt hole in it right here. 1, 2, 3 grommets. So I held it up, marked it with a pencil, measured the inside with a micrometer, got the right drill bit, drilled it, and then took a scissors and cut a little V in it, but you have to leave this little lip or it's just gonna drop right out. And it kind of pinches it in there. So mine's a little tight. Look, it's not gonna fall out of there. So then came over here, lined it up where I wanted it, center of the pin, dropped it under it, got the in and out, right, where I wanted it, marked it off to the side, transferred it over. So now I know where that's gonna go. And then I'll have to drill this hole. After these are mounted, I'll get in here and mark this, and that's gonna be a bolt. But that's basically what the side plate's gonna look like. Pretty sweet. Drop the seat down real quick. And the seat's gonna be sitting right in there, which I'm gonna reupholster the seat. But yeah. That looked pretty good in the little 100. Alrighty. I'm gonna go drill that hole. I'll bring you over here. Got the drill press going. The right size bit in here. I have a step bit that I wanted to use that gradually cuts the hole, but I can't find it. So what I did is I marked that. I don't know if you can see the little T with a pencil. I'm gonna use this a little bit. I'm gonna drill a hole right at the T. Just like that. The reason I did that little hole, it shows me on the inside where I need to drill, right? So I'm gonna put this right over here on the drill press. Now I can drill the correct size hole in the correct spot. That easy. One hole. So now I need to nip that out. With these scissors. Actually, a snip works a little bit better, but this plastic, you can actually cut it with the scissors. Not too easy. You don't want to cut too much. You got to leave that little lip in there. That little lip. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of looks like a keyhole. I might make that a little bit bigger. There you go. All right. Walk back over to the bike. Sorry about the jiggling. But this is real deal here. So, real time action. So here we go. We place the first one. It's tight. Too tight. Gotta get the scissors. Just gotta nip a little bit more, that's all. Not much. You gotta keep that keyhole action. So what's happening, it's hitting the tank. I'm going to cut that out. It's hitting the tank. So, that's hard to do. I got to find a knife. Hold on. So I'm going to attempt to shave it slowly, a little at first. You don't need to take too much off at first, right? All right, that just popped right in there. See that? It's not that hard. When I got this piece, this flange was sticking, this plastic was sticking way up. And it even says on the directions that they might be deformed a little bit. So you take a heat gun, just heat it up a little bit. And I shaped it, put some cold water on a rag, cooled it right off, and it accepted it pretty good. So now I'm gonna, I've got a little, about a 1/16 of an inch clearance there. Should be fine. Now we gotta mark this. And I have a little thing I made. All right, guys, here's a little thing I made. I seen a guy on YouTube did one, and it's just a little piece of a bolt. I put a little nut on there, cut it off with a hacksaw. It's hard to hold so you can see it. Made a point on it with a grinder. So now I'm going to put that right in that hole that I need to mark the nuts holding it from falling back in the hole, and I'm just going to put some pressure on it. Squeeze it. Now it's going to make a little hole, hopefully, right on the plastic, right where I want it. Let's see. I haven't done this to this piece yet. Yep, there it is. I'll try to get you. It's right here. Yeah, there you go, you can see it. So now I know where to drill for my bolt. And I'm going to use probably a 6 or so. I'm gonna go drill that and I'll get back with you. All right, guys. So I took a Sharpie and I made a little better mark where I need to drill with the press. There's another little tip. I took a little block of wood and the clamp, brought it up. So now I can rest this right on it, nice and stable, and drill right where I need to be. Make life easier on yourself, right? Okay. Get the bolt. Not quite big enough. So I'm gonna step up the size. I'd rather have it a little too small at first than too big, right? Put that where it belongs. I'll just grab the next bit, next size up. Not low enough. A block of wood. Oh, look at the things you run into, see? A block of wood's not quite. Not quite short enough. This bit's a little bit longer. I should do it. It's got to come down farther. All the little things you run into, guys, doing this. Have to take a minute, figure it out. Just like that. All right, back over to the bike. All right, I'm gonna place it in there now. See how she looks. Pop that one in first. They kind of pop right in. That bolt that I chose. This is a little closed in pocket back here. It's hard to get fingers in there. Kind of a pain in the ass, really. And the washer fell out. Super pain in the butt. But on the original plastic, there's a little peg, and it's just popped right into this little rubber cup light. I'm using a nylock nut. Trying to get it threaded. There we go. Because I don't want it to vibrate loose. All right, and it's a 10 mil on the back, and I think it's an 8 mil on the front, which really doesn't matter, but that's what I'm using anyway if you're interested. I had this, I'm trying to get in here. I think I got it. No, I don't. There we go. Not too tight, just snug. There you go, guys. DC Plastics. Not bad. Let me turn this around so I can see what I'm doing here. It won't let me. Anyway, that's it. It's not that hard to do. The first one I did, I was a little nervous, I will tell you. But just go slow with it. You get it. All right, guys. Thanks a bunch. Appreciate you watching, and take it easy.